Travel is one of life's greatest joys. It opens our eyes to new cultures. It connects us with people from different walks of life. We get to taste new foods, hear new languages, and see breathtaking landscapes. These experiences enrich our lives in ways that few other things can. They create memories that we cherish for a lifetime. When we travel, we are not just tourists, we are students of the world. We learn about history, art, and ourselves. This is the magic of hitting the road. It's about more than just seeing new places. It's about growing as a person and expanding our perspective on the world we all share together. However, behind this wonderful world of exploration lies a complex industry. The travel industry is a business, and like any business, its goal is to make a profit. Sometimes this can lead to practices that are confusing for the average traveler. Prices can seem to change without reason. Deals that look amazing on the surface might have hidden costs buried in the fine print. It can feel like you need to be an expert just to book a simple vacation without overpaying. This complexity isn't meant to scare you away from traveling. Instead, it's a call to become a more informed and savvy traveler, ready to navigate the system. Understanding how the travel industry works is the first step toward better trips. It's not about finding villains or conspiracies, it's simply about knowing the rules of the game. Airlines, hotels, and tour companies have developed sophisticated ways to manage their prices and maximize their earnings. They use technology and psychology to encourage us to book. By learning about their methods, you can turn the tables. You can make the system work for you, not against you. This knowledge empowers you to find the best value, avoid unnecessary fees, and focus on what truly matters, the experience of travel itself. My goal here is to pull back the curtain. I want to share some of the secrets the travel industry might not advertise. Think of me as your friendly guide, helping you understand the landscape before you even pack your bags. We'll look at everything from airline tickets to hotel rooms and tour packages. By the end, you'll feel more confident and prepared. You'll be ready to plan your next adventure with the skills of a seasoned pro. Because the best travel experiences happen when you are informed, relaxed, and in control of your journey. Let's get started on this adventure together. Airline ticket prices can feel like a complete mystery. One day a flight costs one price and the next day it's doubled. This isn't random. It's a strategy called dynamic pricing. Airlines use incredibly complex computer algorithms to set their fares. These systems analyze demand, competitor prices, time of day, how many seats are left, and even your own browsing history. They know when people are likely to travel, such as during holidays or school breaks, and they adjust prices accordingly. So, the price you see is not a fixed number. It's a constantly changing value designed to get the maximum possible payment from each passenger. A major secret is that buying your ticket far in advance doesn't always guarantee the best price. Likewise, waiting until the last minute is also a gamble that rarely pays off for popular routes. Airlines often release their cheapest seats within a specific window, typically a few months before the departure date for international flights and a bit closer for domestic ones. They release seats in different fare buckets, starting with the cheapest. Once those are sold, the price jumps to the next bucket. This is why two people sitting next to each other on the same flight might have paid vastly different amounts for their tickets. Another thing airlines don't openly advertise is the benefit of being flexible. Flying on a Tuesday or Wednesday is almost always cheaper than flying on a Friday or Sunday. The time of day also matters a great deal. Early morning flights or late-night red-eyes are often less expensive because they are less convenient for most travelers. If your travel dates are not set in stone, you can save a significant amount of money. Use fare calendars on booking websites to see prices across a whole month. This visual tool can instantly show you the cheapest days to fly, unlocking savings you might otherwise miss. Finally, be aware of where you are booking. Sometimes, booking directly with the airline can be cheaper, as online travel agencies might add their own small fees. However, these agencies are also great tools for comparing prices across many different airlines at once. The best strategy is to use a search engine to find the best flight option, and then check that same flight on the airline's official website. Sometimes the airline will offer a slightly better price or more flexible terms. It's an extra step, but it can save you money and give you peace of mind. When you book a hotel room online, you see a nightly rate. This rate often looks very attractive and affordable. It's designed to catch your eye and get you to click the Book Now button. However, that initial price is rarely the final price you will pay. Hotels have become masters at adding extra fees that only appear later in the booking process, or, even worse, when you check out. This is a common strategy to make their headline prices seem more competitive than they actually are. The key is to always proceed to the final payment screen to see the total cost before you commit. One of the most common hidden charges is the resort fee or destination fee. These mandatory daily fees can add a substantial amount to your bill. Hotels claim these fees cover amenities like Wi-Fi, pool access, or the fitness center. But here's the catch: you have to pay them whether you use these amenities or not. It's essentially a way for the hotel to increase the room rate without actually changing the advertised price. Always read the fine print carefully when booking, and if you see a resort fee mentioned, factor that into your total budget for the stay. Parking is another area where surprise costs can pop up, especially in big cities. A hotel might offer convenient on-site parking, but it often comes with a hefty daily charge. This fee is rarely included in the room rate and can sometimes be as much as a fancy dinner. If you're driving, check the hotel's parking policy and fees beforehand. Sometimes parking in a nearby public garage can be a much cheaper alternative. A little research can save you a lot of money and prevent a frustrating surprise when you receive your final bill at the end of your stay. Don't forget about the little things that can add up. That bottle of water on the desk might not be complimentary. The snacks in the minibar are notoriously overpriced. Even using the in-room phone can come with high charges. Before you consume anything, check for a price list. A simple way to avoid these costs is to stop by a local grocery store after you check in. You can stock up on water, snacks, and drinks for a fraction of the price. Being mindful of these small details helps you keep your travel budget on track and your focus on enjoying your destination. Package deals that bundle flights, hotels, and sometimes even meals can seem like a fantastic, hassle-free option. The idea of paying one price for everything is very appealing. It simplifies the planning process and makes budgeting seem easy. Travel companies market these packages as the best way to save money and time. They show you beautiful pictures of resorts and happy travelers, suggesting a perfect vacation is just one click away. For some people, these packages can be a good fit, especially for those who want a simple, predictable trip without a lot of decision-making. However, the all-inclusive label can be misleading. The real value of a package deal depends entirely on what is actually included and, more importantly, what is left out. Often the base price covers only the most basic options. The flight might be at an inconvenient time or with an airline known for extra fees. The hotel room could be the least desirable one on the property, far from the pool or with a view of the parking lot. Upgrades for better flights or rooms will cost you extra. The package is often a starting point, not the final product. Dig deeper into what all-inclusive really means for food and drinks. At many resorts, this term applies only to buffet meals at specific restaurants. If you want to dine at the nicer, a la carte restaurants on the property, you may have to pay a supplement. The included drinks are often limited to local, generic brands of liquor, beer, and wine. If you want a premium brand or a fancy cocktail, you'll have to pay extra for it. These limitations can be disappointing if you were expecting a truly unlimited culinary experience, so it's vital to check the details. The best way to evaluate a package deal is to price out each component separately. Take a few minutes to look up the cost of the flight on its own. Check the price of the hotel room on the hotel's website. Estimate the cost of meals and activities. By doing this simple math, you can see if the package is truly saving you money. Sometimes it does, but other times you might find that you can build a better, more flexible trip for the same price or even less by booking everything yourself. This gives you more control over your vacation. Airlines and hotels heavily promote their loyalty programs. They promise free flights, room upgrades, and exclusive perks. It sounds like a great deal. The more you travel, the more you get back. These programs are designed to encourage you to stick with one brand. The idea is that you'll choose their airline or hotel even if it's slightly more expensive or less convenient, all in the pursuit of earning points. This brand loyalty is incredibly valuable to these companies, as it guarantees them a steady stream of business from a dedicated customer base. But who really benefits the most from these programs? In most cases, it's the company, not you. The points you earn are a type of currency, and just like any currency, their value can change. Airlines and hotels can devalue their points at any time without warning. This means that the number of points required for a free flight or hotel night can suddenly increase, making your hard-earned points worth less. You might be saving up for a specific trip, only to find that you no longer have enough points when you're ready to book. They control the value, and you have very little say in it. Furthermore, Using your points can be surprisingly difficult. There are often blackout dates, especially during peak travel times like holidays or summer vacation, when you can't redeem your points at all. For flights, the number of award seats available on any given plane is very limited. You might find a flight, but the only available award seats are on undesirable routes with multiple layovers. For hotels, the standard rooms available for points might be sold out, forcing you to use more points for a premium room or pay cash instead. This can make redeeming your rewards a frustrating experience. My advice is to be a savvy but not overly loyal traveler. It's fine to sign up for loyalty programs. They are free after all. But don't let the pursuit of points dictate your travel choices. Always choose the flight or hotel that offers the best value and convenience for that specific trip, regardless of the brand. Think of any points you earn as a nice bonus, not the main goal. This approach keeps you in control. You'll save more money in the long run by shopping around for the best deals, rather than chasing elusive rewards in a system designed to benefit the company first. We touched on dynamic pricing with airlines, but this strategy is used across the entire travel industry. Hotels, rental car companies, and even cruise lines use it. The price you are quoted is not based solely on the cost of the service. It's based on what the company's algorithm thinks you are willing to pay at that exact moment. This technology is, honestly, incredibly sophisticated. It tracks how many people are looking at a specific hotel or flight, how many are left, the time of year, and even what device you are using to browse. The goal is simple: to adjust the price in real time to maximize profit. Here's a real-world example of how this can trick you. A traveler, let's call her Sarah, was planning a trip to Rome. She found a great hotel price and checked it several times over a few days. Each time she checked, the price was the same. But when she was finally ready to book, the price had suddenly jumped up. The website even displayed a message saying, "Only 2 rooms left at this price." Panicked, Sarah booked the room at the higher price, fearing she would miss out. In reality, the booking website's cookies tracked her repeated searches, identified her as a highly interested buyer, and raised the price to create a sense of urgency. So, how can you avoid this trap? One of the simplest tricks is to browse in incognito or private mode on your web browser. This prevents websites from using cookies to track your search history and identify you as a repeat visitor. By searching anonymously, you are more likely to be shown the standard, non-inflated price. Clearing your browser's cookies and cache before you search for travel can have a similar effect. It's a small technical step that can make a real difference in the prices you are offered, ensuring you see a baseline fare rather than one targeted specifically at you. Another smart tactic is to be unpredictable in your search habits. Don't just search for the same dates from the same computer over and over. Try searching on a different device, like your phone instead of your laptop. Check prices at different times of the day, as some systems might offer lower prices during off-peak hours. You can also use a virtual private network, or VPN, to make it seem like you are searching from a different location. Sometimes prices for flights and hotels can be cheaper if you appear to be booking from a different country. This is really about leveling the playing field against the algorithms. When you're in a new city, it's natural to rely on local advice. You might ask your hotel concierge for a restaurant recommendation, or trust your tour guide to take you to the best souvenir shop. While many of these recommendations are genuine, you should be aware that a hidden economy of commissions often operates behind the scenes. The friendly guide who takes your tour group to a specific leather shop or glass-blowing factory is likely earning a kickback for every purchase your group makes. That shop might not be the best or most authentic, it's simply the one that pays the highest commission. This system can extend to restaurants as well. A hotel concierge might recommend a particular restaurant not because the food is exceptional, but because the restaurant gives them a referral fee for every table they fill. These places are often overpriced and cater specifically to tourists, offering a less authentic experience. You might end up paying more for a mediocre meal, while a fantastic family-run trattoria is just around the corner, completely unknown to most visitors. The best meals are often found where the locals eat, not where the tourists are sent by paid promoters. So, how do you find the real gems and avoid these traps? Do your own research before you go. Use travel guides, blogs, and independent review sites to find recommendations for shops and restaurants. Look for places that have consistently good reviews from many different people, not just a few glowing ones. When you arrive, don't be afraid to wander off the main tourist drag. The most authentic experiences are often found on the quiet side streets, away from the crowds. Trust your instincts and be a little adventurous in your explorations. When you are on a guided tour, it's important to be polite but firm. If the tour includes a scheduled stop at a specific shop for an extended period, you are under no obligation to buy anything. Feel free to browse and then step outside for some fresh air. If you want to buy souvenirs, make a note of what you like and then comparison shop later at other stores. By being an independent thinker, you can appreciate the guided parts of your tour while still making your own choices about where you spend your money. This ensures your purchases are meaningful to you, not just profitable for someone else. Becoming a smart traveler doesn't require secret knowledge, just a bit of common sense and preparation. One of the most practical things you can do is to be flexible with your travel plans. As we've discussed, traveling during the shoulder seasons, the months just before and after the peak season, can save you a fortune. Prices for flights and accommodations are lower, and the crowds are thinner. You get a more relaxed and authentic experience. For example, visiting Europe in May or September instead of July or August can make a huge difference in both cost and enjoyment. Another key tip is to pack light. Many airlines, especially budget carriers, make a significant amount of their profit from baggage fees. They lure you in with a cheap base fare, but then charge you for everything from a checked bag to a carry-on. Learn to pack efficiently in a single carry-on bag that meets the airline's size and weight limits. This not only saves you money but also makes your journey much easier. You can move through airports faster and you don't have to worry about the airline losing your luggage. Traveling light is truly traveling free. When it comes to money, avoid exchanging currency at the airport. The exchange counters there offer some of the worst rates you'll find anywhere. Instead, use a local ATM when you arrive at your destination. You'll get a much better exchange rate, closer to the official bank rate. Just be sure to use a debit card that has low or no foreign transaction fees. Inform your bank of your travel plans before you leave so they don't block your card for suspicious activity. Having access to local currency without paying high fees is a cornerstone of smart travel budgeting. Finally, embrace technology, but don't let it rule your trip. Use apps to download offline maps of the city you're visiting so you can navigate without needing a data connection. A translation app can be a lifesaver for communicating with locals and reading menus. However, don't spend your whole vacation staring at your phone. Look up, make eye contact, and smile. Try to learn a few basic phrases in the local language like please, thank you, and hello. The human connections you make are often the most memorable souvenirs you'll bring home with you. The purpose of uncovering these travel industry secrets is not to make you cynical or afraid. It's the opposite. The goal is to empower you. Knowledge is power, and when you understand how the system works, you can make it work for you. You can confidently navigate the world of booking websites, loyalty programs, and package deals. You'll know how to spot a genuine bargain and how to avoid a hidden trap. This confidence frees you from the stress and uncertainty of planning, allowing you to focus on the excitement of the adventure ahead. You become the master of your own trip. An empowered traveler is a happy traveler. When you know you've paid a fair price for your flight and hotel, you can relax and enjoy them more. When you find a wonderful local restaurant on your own, instead of being led to a tourist trap, the meal tastes that much better. Every smart decision you make, from packing light to avoiding airport currency exchanges, adds to your sense of accomplishment. It turns travel into a fun and engaging game that you know how to win. This savvy approach doesn't take the spontaneity out of travel, it creates more room for it. Remember that the best travel experiences are rarely about 5-star luxury or perfectly planned itineraries. They are about connection, connecting with new places, new cultures, and new people. They are about the unexpected moments, stumbling upon a charming hidden courtyard, having a conversation with a shopkeeper, or watching a beautiful sunset from a scenic viewpoint. By handling the logistics of travel with intelligence and care, you clear your mind and your budget for these moments of true discovery. You are investing in experiences, not just transactions. So go forth and explore this incredible world. Be curious, be open-minded, and be informed. Use these tips to travel smarter, not harder. See these industry practices not as obstacles, but as puzzles you now know how to solve. The joy of travel is out there waiting for you, richer and more rewarding than ever. By being a savvy, empowered traveler, you ensure that every journey you take is the best it can be. Happy travels, my friends. Keep on traveling.